We're going to be interviewing a great professional in the foster care community that works with family support services, and her name is Tiffany Ball. Thanks, Tiffany, for coming.
Thanks for having me, Tammy.
Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We do foster to family also to find out how maybe someone watching from Jacksonville or from this area, Northeast Florida, but if you are and you're willing to become a foster parent, first and foremost, we recommend family support services. They're the best support that you can find, bar none, in our area. And we want to recommend FSS, and we want to recommend what Tiffany is going to tell you in a minute and how you can become a licensed foster parent in Northeast Florida.
That would be my pleasure.
She's here to share with you how you can be a foster parent. How long have we known each other?
Oh goodness, definitely over 10 years, 10 to 15 years.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not that old. You're not that old.
I'm definitely not that old.
No, never. But how long have you been in the foster care community?
I have been doing foster care since 2002.
So just about 3 years longer than myself.
Yes.
How did you fall into the professionalism of foster care?
I took classes for criminal justice, but I also minored in psychology. So the child welfare arena was always very important to me. It was always an area I wanted to explore, but it was several years after I graduated that I got started in this when I actually moved back to Florida. I had graduated from UNF. So I am a fellow Osprey, but I started off with the Department of Children and Family as a family service counselor.
What is a family service counselor for Department of Children and Families?
Same thing as it is pretty much nowadays. The family service counselors are the ones who get assigned to work with the children and the biological family. If children are removed from their family, the counselor's job is to make sure the children are safe in whatever placement they're in, and then also work with the, whether it's the parents or the grandparents, whatever family they were removed from, and work with them through the courts and through any type of providers to make sure that we help assist with reunification. Well, family service counselors are still known by that title, but they are employed through three different agencies here in Jacksonville. They're employed by either Daniel Memorial, Jewish Family, or NIAP, and then we also have family service counselors up in the service center in Nassau County.
So Nassau County is just directly above Duval County, which is Jacksonville, Florida. So FSS, Family Support Services, is who you're employed by. Tell us more about Family Support Services and some of the ways that they support the foster care community.
Absolutely. Family Support Services is actually the lead community-based care for Duval and Nassau County. So the state of Florida privatized child welfare back in 2003. Family Support Services had the contract since then. They have a multitude of programs that are geared towards families, both preserving the family, so we have a preservation program. They also work with reunifying families if kids have been separated. We work with relatives that may have custody of the kids that have been taken from their families. So we want to make sure that we give support to these families, whether they're still intact, whether they've been separated, and we want to do everything we can to put them back together. And then if that is not a possibility, then Family Support Services also has adoptions. And so then we're making forever families. I've been in licensing since I came to Family Support Services. Started off supervising a support program through licensing. I became the supervisor of the licensing department, and so got my feet wet in that in 2012. I was a supervisor until last year, and then became the manager of the licensing program at FSS because our department is growing significantly. When licensing first started at FSS, we had a group of about 5 or 6, and now we are 20 plus.
When did they become 20 plus again? How many families are licensed under maybe one?
The licensing counselors, the goal is not to exceed 40 homes. So their caseload is of foster homes. Over 400 foster homes between Duval and Nassau County. So obviously the more homes we have, the more counselors we need. Their caseload is foster homes. So their job obviously is to license them initially, relicense them every year, and then support those homes. So we do quarterly home visits. We do like monthly check-in phone calls. Anytime they have a question that they need answered and then they may not know where to go to, they can call their licensing counselor. We are just always in need of quality foster parents, and I stress quality. You know very much about
if you're in Northeast Florida and wanting to get licensed through Family Support Services, Tiffany's going to tell you how, and maybe a little secret that she has up her sleeve.
So coincidence or not,
No.
it's not, but we actually just launched a huge recruitment campaign this past month, especially geared towards trying to get some more teen foster homes. As you see from the kids that come through here, you know, we have kids of all ages that need foster parents. We also have large sibling groups that, you know, we really strive to keep together.
Yeah.
You see some of the kids that come in that are separated.
Yeah.
So that is near and dear to our hearts, and it's one of our big pushes is to increase, number one, just increase the number of foster homes, but increase the number of homes that will take large sibling groups, but ultimately the number of homes that will take teenagers. 82% of our homes that we have, and I mentioned we have like over 400, 82% of them are homes that take kids 12 and under. So that literally only leaves us 18% of that are going to take teenagers, or, you know, 13 to 15, let alone our 16 and 17-year-olds. So that is a big push for us. So we are, you know, we have some radio ads that are out on The Promise and a couple other radio stations, and we really are looking for quality homes that will take these teenagers, and, you know, maybe not even just the teenagers, but a lot of the time these sibling groups obviously have kids of all ages. So there's usually a teenager in the mix.
True.
So you may have, you know, a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 16-year-old, but we are definitely looking for homes that will take siblings and also teenagers right now.
And YouTube channel is able to be seen all across the country. However, if you're in Northeast Florida and wanting to get licensed through Family Support Services, Tiffany's going to tell you how, and maybe a little secret that she has up her sleeve. What are you looking for in licensees for a teen family?
So for a teen family, first off, you have to want to do that. We can answer some questions. We can give you information about different resources that we offer, because we're not just going to license you for a teenager and say, hi, we're done. That's not how Family Support Services works. We have a lot of programs that are geared towards that age population that help support those foster parents that take those kids. There's a lot of specialized training. So you go through the normal foster care classes, the Pride classes, but then we offer other training. We have to offer this curriculum that's brand new that's called CORE, and that specializes on our teen foster home. The big media campaign right now, their website, it's very simple. They want some of the questions answered when you talk to us, and that's what we're here for. You may not have your mind completely made up, but we can help make that decision with you, not for you, but with you. So there's a big push. We have a website, it's fosternow.org. And that will take, you know, any of your inquiries directly to us at FSS. And then someone will contact you, answer any questions, have a phone conversation with you. And then obviously if that phone conversation goes well and you really feel passionate about moving forward, then we would have you come in and meet with us and answer any other questions that are still outstanding before we would enroll you in the classes that you need to take.
That's what we're here for. Foster to Family was an idea that John and I had for a YouTube channel, just to share more enlightenment of how you can not only support foster care, but maybe be a part of it. Maybe be a part of that family unit, and now teens. So if you're out there wondering if it's for me, I've kind of been thinking about it, my family's kind of been thinking about it, then maybe it's your time to step up and call. We're gonna have the phone number and the website down below. It'll go right straight to them, but we'll also have it directly behind us, right here. That's what it's about. Foster to Family is teaching you and telling you what every soul brings to the foster care community and the foster care system. And Tiffany is just one of those little nuts and bolts that brings us all together for the betterment of the children. Is there any takeaway moment that you can share with someone, maybe with a foster child or a home that you tried to help get through to the other side, that kind of made you say that was worth it?
I have those moments all the time. I will honestly say, because I mentioned earlier, it's hard, not to take your job home with you. As a caseworker, it was even more difficult because I was having direct contact with those kids and their families day in and day out. When I made the switch to licensing, the passion is still there, but now I'm working with the people that are directly pouring into the kids. So, those foster parents are near and dear to my heart. I'm friends with many of them that have fostered, over the years, and don't any longer about those kids. It's all about providing them the best future possible and making sure we still preserve their relationships with where they came from and their identity, and giving them a sense of, being and belonging.
So proud of FSS, Family Support Services, and their leadership with Bob Miller, and of course Tiffany, one of those professionals who really want to make a difference and give back to our community and make sure that our families who are taking care of the children are being taken care of themselves. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for coming.
I appreciate it, and thank you for having me. I enjoy talking about foster care and becoming a foster parent every opportunity I can get.
We're going to have updates as we go along to kind of inform you about how you can give back to the foster care community, how you can be a foster parent through Family Support Services. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. But we'll have the link down below for Family Support Services. And remember that hotline that we were talking about and how you can become a foster parent. And don't forget those teens. I'm Tammy McGuire. This is Foster to Family. And see you next time.